everybody. Welcome to MS Excel Let's Learn. Guys, I'm your Excel instructor. Today we are going to cover keyboard shortcuts. Like how many, keyboard shortcuts are available in Excel. Today we'll discuss one by one all the shortcut keys which can help you to quickly finish your task in Excel. Guys, these are the most common keyboard shortcuts keys which we have segregated and put across on the presentation. So let's get started, guys. Stay connected and let me go back to my Excel file and let's do that one by one what we can do. And you can see what is the first is control N, guys. So what is that? Control N. Control N means create new workbook. Create new workbook with control N, guys. So if I do control N, so control N is creating new workbook. If I close that, control N, just press, you will get create new workbook. New workbook will be created. Now if you go back here, shift F11, add new worksheet to the left. Guys, these are very useful. If you press shift F11, so you can see that sheet to the left is created. Guys, let me tell you, if you have Fn key or if you have all the keys are locked, you can press with Fn key. All right, either you can lock that Fn key with your escape keys. Otherwise, you can press Fn key with shift F11 with Fn key. All right. So now let me jump. Control S. What is Control S? If I type this, Control C, and then you can Control V. This is actually basic, right? Control C and Control V. Control C to copy the content. Control V to paste the value. So all right, now you can just press escape and remove this. Now, so what did I cover? Control N. Control N is this control N, clear? And now shift F11. Shift F11. You can just with Fn key you can press F11. So you can see we got new sheet to the left. So if your keys on the top F1 through F11 or 12 are locked, you can unlock that by pressing Fn key. So now let me delete that. Let me go back this control as F12. F12 is a save as workbook. Guys, if you press F12, 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 the window dialog box will open to save as the file. You can see save as. So you can save as, just rename that file and save as wherever you want to, uh, you know, wherever you want to save that file, you can select that path or select the folder accordingly. You can select that file. Let me go back. So what I'm doing, Alt Tab, I'm toggling between PowerPoint presentation Excel file. So Alt Tab is the shortcut keys, guys. Okay. Now Control P. Control P. If you do Control P, so after you do Control P, you get print out. If you click print, print will come out. All right. Then you do Control Z. How it works. Now Control F2, guys. Press Control F2. So these are the shortcuts where you have the preview, guys. All right. So Control F4, close current workbook. Now we are not closing current workbook. Alt F4, close Excel, guys. I will explain these two later. And now Control Z, Control Y. What is Control Z, guys? If I do Control Z, if I do Control Z means to undo the last action. If I'm writing 12, you can do Control Z. So once you do something in Excel, Excel knows the last action. So Control Z you can do. Now if you undo the last action again, like you redo the last action, so Control Y, redo the last action. Control Y, it will come back. All right. So now we have Control C, F1, F4, F4 repeat. Let me cover some of them and the rest you just practice. You can see these are the ones we are going to cover. So Control C, Control F, Control V, Control H. So guys, Control F, Control V, Control H or F4. Guys, what is F4? What is F4? F4 means to repeat the action. Let me show you something. If I am inserting a tab or if I press F4 key, nothing is happening, guys. Okay, but I want to do this action to be performed. if you do shift F11 guys, okay, so the action, see, once you do manually this way, it is not recognizing by pressing F. All right. See, you can't undo whatever sheets. If you don't delete it, click delete. So what is happening? If you just do again, press F4, press F. You can see that it is not recognizing the last action, but we have the answer to that, or maybe we have alternative to that. So now what is happening? Shift F11. Once you do shift F11, press F4. So you keep on pressing F4. You can see down we are creating multiple, you know, tabs. So let me delete all that. How you can delete all in one go? Just select one, hold shift and then delete. Alright guys. So now make sure don't delete the one where we are working. All right. So you know that control Z, control C, and repeat last action, control F, control V, H. So if I have some data, suppose Sunday, and I have Monday, or maybe I can drag this, right? We can drag this also because you can see these things has come. And now understand, if I do control F, if I'm searching day, so find next, it is giving me all the days. All right. So this is how control F window come. Now I want to replace day with Zur. So control H. So day with Jour, Jour. Guys, this is French word. In French we call day. Replace day and so on. Guys, this is clear. So control H. So this is all clear. Now let me go back there. Control T, guys, insert the table. Guys, this is the dummy data. I'm keeping somewhere else so that you will understand better. So if you have this data, select everything, just press Control T. So you can see, you can make the data in a table format. If you have to remove the table format just to get the table design, you did this, just convert range, and there is no table, guys. So what did we do? If we want such kind of formatting, it looks really beautiful, guys. When you present the data, you will get appreciated, for good presentation. So these are the tips and tricks. You can use that. And there is no table format. There is no actually table, actually table is gone. So now it has left the format. So this is how you can actually make good use of such things. All right, let me do control Z and show you once again. So guys, understand, when we did control T, it has created a tab. Let me do control D again. Control Z. Understand, I have this data. I have to convert this into table. You can see we have only seven. One file, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9. We have only 9 tab on the top. So 9 tabs. So 9 tab are there. See, lots of people call these sheets also tab. So you understand they're also in this tab and so on. You can call the tab also, but prefer, I prefer calling sheets or worksheets. These are the tabs, but it's okay. So now you have to convert this data set into T. Now you see that once I click on Control T, design tab will also get created on the top. You can see Control T. So you can see design also created. Once design is there, so it is telling us this is table 2. Now we just wanted the format. So you can just convert to range. After you click this, it will retain the format, but the design tab will go disappear. Now you see design tab will go now. All right. Design tab is gone. It has left only the formatting. This is beautiful. Let me go my next. Control A, guys. Control A. Control A means current region. When you have to select everything, Control A, it comes. But guys, the thing is that if you have a space, Control A will select only the one which has the data. So guys, you have to be very careful. Control Shift. So you have to be very careful how you have to do such kind of things. All right. So now I tell you some kind of shortcut. If you have this kind of data, your control A will go failure. Always remember, your control A will go failure when you have to select all kinds of data. So you don't need to worry about it. So this is the place where I will tell you all the shortcut. So now click anywhere, control shift, and it will select everything, guys. Then you can Control C and paste anywhere, wherever you want. So now I have copied this data. I'm pasting somewhere. Just press Control Alt V. Control Alt V. You have this. You have to select this. No, I'm not selecting anything. Control Alt V, V, enter. This is the shortcut. And now you see it has pasted the values. We have not pasted the format. Control Z. If you have this Control C again, you can just paste it. Control V. It will retain the format also. You can see the format is retained. So now when you have to copy something without format. So what you have to do, just go there, Alt Control V V, and then you can see this is the value only. All right, I hope you got this clear. So now let me jump. Now Control G. See, Control space. Control space, guys. What is Control space? Control space. If I do Control space, understood now? Control space to select entire column. Control space. Guys, if you have to select the entire row, what is the active row now? 13th row is active. So shift space. Shift space means it will select the entire row. Shift space, guys. Understand? Shift space. Let me recapitulate whatever we have covered in the shortcut keys. What is F4? F4 means to repeat the action. Repeat the last action. All right. If I insert the row, okay, you don't know, but in the row was inserted. Okay, row was inserted. Now if you do that, maybe let me put some value, so it will be easy to understand the rows are getting inserted. So if I have to insert the row, now I have to repeat this action. You can just click on F4, F4, F4. So understood now. The beauty of F4, it is repeating the action, but don't worry. And sometimes people do that. They go there and they insert the sheet, but they do F4. It actually, is it working? Guys, you can see that we are still sheet 83, right? We are still sheet 83. So you can see that, just right click over there, you can see we have this much tabs available or sheets available. Wherever you want to go, you can activate dummy data. You go there, you want to go sheets, you can go there. If you click index, you can go there. All right, I hope you got clear on this. So let me come back. If if you feel you can insert this way or whatever, your action will be repeated. Yes, of course, this way your action is repeated. Guys, if you do, you know just go there or whatever, you go there, insert. If you go by this channel, so your action will be repeated by pressing F4. So now understand, this is clear. Let me delete all the tabs by pressing shift and this. Understand the difference now. What do you do? If I go there this way, if I do plus sign, guys, this will not be recorded. See that F4 is telling me this action. So understand that if you do that way, insert and worksheets, this is recorded. Press F4. You see that magic? Now, if you do shift F11, shift F11, this action will also be recorded. Press F4, you can see it is also repeating that action. So it works on the rows also. If you have to, now I have to delete all these rows, just select that and right click and delete everything, guys. All right. So guys, I have one beautiful exercise for you in the shortcut keys. When we talk about the shortcut, why do we want to take the shortcut? Because we want to finish our task early, quickly. In office, when we are working, we want to go home early. Everybody wants to do lots of things within the deadline, and it is really good if we meet the deadline. Let me tell you something. If we are assigned 10 tasks, we will be appreciated. But if we do 11 tasks or 12 tasks, maybe two more extra tasks, we will be given exceed expectations. So you know that how to get everything done. It is all in your hand. So guys, now let's get ready for the next beautiful exercise. you know this is something which I'm telling you, in our day-to-day office you will find lots of interesting things to learn. So learning has to be focused. Keep on learning. Never stop learning, guys. Now I'm telling one example where I'm highlighting some, cells, maybe orange cells. So what will happen, guys? My boss today told me he doesn't like, yeah, this orange color. So, I'm just making such kind of presentation, and then you will understand better. So maybe there are some clients where they don't like specific colors. uh, See, everybody has his own choice. So now you should know the shortcuts. This is the Excel session where you are learning today Excel keyboard shortcuts, guys. This is the place where we are telling you everything in Excel you have ever seen, and let's discover something new today. So now I'm helping you uh, over here. So my boss today met me in the meeting. He told me that he actually, you know, doesn't like this color. So maybe I have, some kind of 30 cells which are of this color. Guys, everybody has his own choice. We have to respect those things. So now, how to change the color? How to change the font? How to change yellow to, maybe how to change yellow to this orange to, maybe this blue color. Okay, so he likes blue color. How to change orange to? I will tell you the trick. Within couple of seconds, you can do this task. Orange to blue. So understand now how we can change orange to blue. My boss doesn't like it, but of course I have to do that, right? Presentation is going to happen in just 2 minutes. So I'm working with my boss. He's telling just change this color. So now I have to do, and this is the time where I have to impress my boss. So understand now. So what we learn, why we learn, to make our life actually easier. We are not learning to impress people. Trust me, we learn to boost our efficiency. We learn to get accuracy in the work. Guys, understand all those things. But there are some opportunities where we should not miss. And now this is the time where I can tell my boss that, I can do this task. So understand now I can select this, yellow or orange to blue. So now do that, do control H, do control H, go to option, guys, and now recognize the format from the cell. Now you know that find, that first you remove everything, whatever we search. So it is actually causing the problem. Nothing to worry, we will do that. Just do control H. In the control H, you go there, choose format from the cell. Select this format and then go to find all, guys. You know that. If you do control A, and now you see all my orange cells are selected. Now I can select whatever color is required. I hope you like this. So this is the trick, guys. Please try by yourself once before you get into next task. So after this session, please try this. This is amazing trick where you can do such kind of stuff in no time. All right, let me jump to my PowerPoint presentation where I have covered, you know, control space, shift space. Now control G, guys. What is control G? Control G. Let me show you an example. If I have to open control G, this is the shortcut key, keyboard shortcut to go to this platform. And why do we use that? If I have to reach, you know, AA10, I just click this, it will take me to AA10. So this is why we use this. There are a lot of things in that I will cover. Now suppose if you have some data, like that. So if you have some blank rows, guys, let me delete some blank rows. So now what you have to do, you have to remove all the blank rows. How to remove the blank rows? How to remove the blank rows, guys? How you can remove the blank rows? Very simple. Just click this. So there are two things. Either you go there, find and select. Go to, either you go that long cut. Now I will tell you the shortcut. Control G, Control G, CTRL plus G. Control G we used to go to special, but guys, there is another shortcut, F5. F5, F5 again you can press, go to special dialog box. Why I'm going there to dialog box? Control G, I'm going here to special and select the blanks. You know that blanks are selected. You know that right click. So you know that you have to be very careful. Control G and now select blank cells. Okay. So now if you just select, you have to be very careful. So I will tell you the trick, Control G. All right, blank cells. So you know that everything is selected. Now you can see that this is the this is the key which is actually helping you to understand this is the shortcut keys where you can actually select this everything. Okay, and now let me show you how to delete those things. Now we have actually selected all the things. So you click this, understand now what I'm doing. you know you have selected everything, you click this, right click and delete everything, shift cells up. Now you see within just seconds we got this result, right? Now let me jump to now next one, guys. You know that Control R. This is amazing. Suppose I have this data, I have to put something data, so just Control R, left will come over there, Control R. If you have to do everything, Control R, everything will come. All right, Control R, copy the left cell. All right, will write from left cell. Control E, if I write A, B, D, and this is the code, guys. All right, this is the code. And now B, C, A, 3, 4, 5, and 6, 7. If I write A, 4, 5, 6, and 7, 8. Guys, understand what I'm doing here. Sometimes such kind of format we get and we have to extract only the middle number. So nothing to worry. 3, 4, 5 you can type and you can just select this. Press Control E, guys. Let me go back now. Control K. Control K means to put the hyperlink. Guys, over here, I want to put some hyperlink. Control K. Suppose in my sheet 83, this is the sheet 83. I want to put some hyperlink over here to the index tab or index worksheet. Control K. Go to bookmark and index. So what will happen now? You just click this index. It will take me to index tab. All right. Now let me go there. Control E, Control 1, Control B. Control B, everybody knows this is Control B, guys. All right. And once you have Control B, you can do Control U. It's in underline. Control I, italic, I hope. And your Control Z. So everything comes back to normal. So you know that. Control Shift 1, 2, 3. Guys, understand now. I have some kind of numbers. Okay. So Control 1 actually, maybe let me show you some example. Okay, Control Shift 2. Actually, they are actually time format, apply number format. If you want to apply number somewhere, so how will you apply number? So what is actually number, guys? Is this a number? This is text actually. Control, sorry, Control Z. So if you do Control 1 will open this dialog box. Actually, it opens late sometimes, see this one. Control 1 will open this dialog box. Here you can do some formatting. But now you see something, it has not formatted in a number. So you can see that it has come back over there. Let me tell you something, maybe some other shortcuts you will understand now. So if I tell you some numbers this way, all right, some kind of number, you have such kind of stuff in your data sometimes, and you have this way. Guys, suppose you have 1000 rows. If you have to convert everything into value, you can convert just somewhere you put one, copy, press everything, and then you what you will do, Control Alt V, and now you can multiply everything with one. You can see all have converted now into number. Sometimes you need this data. So as I mentioned, numbers are always aligned to right, but this is aligned to left. So you have to convert into numbers. So what do we do? Control C, or just Alt Control V, and then multiply. Everything has come back. All right, so you can select that. And now if I go back again, if you don't do Control or multiply, you can just go control alt V, alt control V, you can actually divide that. So division also works here. So I hope this is clear to you. You can press escape to remove that dancing ant. So if I do that control C, what is meant by this? This is called dancing ant. So you can remove that by pressing escape. So I hope it is clear to you. Control Shift 1, Control Shift 2, Control Shift 3 is a date format. If I put any date like 12 October 2000, 19, this is actually dummy date I'm putting over there. Control 1, guys. You can see if I go to date, if I go to this, what will happen now? 12th October to 19. Now Control Shift hash, it is a date format. Understood now? Control Shift as. If I write 0.54, guys, understand now. Let me tell you one other tip. In Excel, if I tell 1%, tell me what is meant by 1%. 1% means 0.01. So percentage, date, everything is stored in our Excel this way. If I tell you what is 10%, what is 10% in Excel? Actually, it is stored as 0.10. All right. So 0.10, you can see 1% means 0.01 and 10 per 0.10. If I ask 30%, so what is 30%, guys? It is stored in Excel 0.30. So you have to understand. If I tell you 50%, 50% means 0.50, 0.50. Now, if you have such kind of data, so Control Shift percentage or Control Shift 5. If you go to the next slide, Control Shift 4, 5, everything has come. Now I want to apply currency format. So Control Shift 4. So Control Shift 4 means you have this data. So it is in our Indian rupees. So you can control 1, you can select if you want dollar, if you want anything, whatever you feel like. All right. I want Canadian dollar. So you can see that it has come that way. So I hope it is clear to you guys. Let me show you some more options. So now F9, F9 is already covered. If I do 1 plus 1, you know that this is 2, right? If I go there, this, like, 1 minute, let me, this is 2. Let me put the formula in manual mode. So now you see that if I do, this should be multiplied by 12. The answer will be 24. Understand now? But the formula we have used in manual now. Why it is working? Understand? If I do uh, this plus this. So what is happening here? 1233 plus K110. So this is how actually, see, the formula should not be refreshed. So we have done automatic. Now we are doing a manual. So manual is there. So now any formula you put, maybe let me go there, or let me copy this data, Control C, or I go here and I'm putting this data, and let me multiply something or some other options. Let me explore. All right, maybe I could put 12 or maybe I put 2. So this is now manual mode. So let's see, this should be multiplied by this. All right, the result actually seems, now result is wrong, guys. Result is wrong. So you know that it is giving correct result for that, but 12 into 3, but the rest it is not giving correct. So how to remove that? Because we have put our calculation options on manual. You have to press F9. So once you pressed F9, the result is there. All right. So now you see that again it has come that way because we have again dragged, and now you press F9 to refresh the function. So after you make it automatic, so you don't need to worry about F9. It will work. All right. So this is all basics, Control 0, hide columns, guys. Understand? If I go there, Control 0, Control 0, country column has hidden. Okay. Now Control Z. So I hope it is clear. Control Shift 0, guys. Control 0 means hidden, and Control Shift 0 means you know that it's not coming. Control Shift 0. So Control Shift 0, unhide columns. So how we can unhide columns? If you just click this, Control Shift 0, nothing is coming, guys. All right. So Control Shift 0. No, control Z. So now maybe it will come that way. Control shift 0. No, nothing is coming, guys. So this actually is not working, but actually this is the key. Control shift 0. Okay, control 9. Control 0 is hiding columns. Okay, hiding columns. Let me do that. Hide. All right. So if you just click this, control 0, it has hidden the columns. If you do control 0 again, no, it's not coming. So if you do control shift 0, it's not coming, guys. So what we should do that, maybe we have to select everything or control shift 0. It's not working, guys. So what actually the issue over there? Control shift 0. So this key shortcut is not working. Explore on that, and let me do control alt or maybe control 9. Control 9 hide rows. If you do that, control 9, it has hidden the row. All right. If you do control shift 9, it has see, understand now it is working. So control 0, it is, see that it has hidden the column. Control Z. Control 9 on the 7th, it is hidden. If you do control shift 9, it is unhiding. Okay, it is unhiding. But control 0, control 0, if you do control 0, let me do that, unhide. So control 0, it is hiding. If you do control shift 0, nothing is coming. So there is a so we are missing something over there. Control shift 0, control shift 0, or maybe I have to do this way. Control shift 0. No, it's not coming. So there must be some kind of options available. No, it has hidden everything. So this shortcut is not working, but this is the shortcut which actually works sometimes. Let's explore later. So now F7. F7 actually we use to open the spelling errors. Okay. So now you see that if you go to now review, you can see spelling. In the review, spelling is there. You can see the shortcut key F7. All right, guys. So now we have covered almost, plus 50. Now let me tell you control D, guys. What is control D? If I have some data, if I do control D, what is happening? The above cell is coming down. Control D, control D, control D, CTRL plus D. So you can see what is control D. Copy the content. So if you just click this, it will come this way. Okay. So if you do control D, it will come. This is the formula. That's why the value is not coming. If you put some value, and it will come then. All right. So now the formula is copied. So guys, understand now. And if I have to do some sum over there, so you can see alt plus. You can see the entire thing is coming. All right, alt plus. So now there are lots of other shortcuts. Control alt V that we have done already. You know that space to spatial. Control alt V, guys. If you do control shift L, control shift L to apply and remove the filters. Control shift L. So control shift L to remove the filters, guys. Okay. Alt DFF. Alt DFF also is the shortcut key to remove and apply the filter. Alt DFF. Again, Alt DFF. So it is also working. So you can actually see the filter things. Alt plus is clear. Alt HBA. Of course, one of my favorite. Alt HBA. It's not there. Maybe I have covered that. Yeah, this is the one. Alt HBA. If I have to do Alt HBT, Alt HBT, this one, thick outside border. So I have to do something. Alt HBT. Alt HBT. This is the thick outside border, guys. Okay. Or if you just select this only, or maybe this Alt HBA. Alt HBA. One of my favorite, kind of. Control Z. So control Z. Let me tell you something interesting, guys. If you have to apply the format across the data, or maybe you have to select something, select everything, you go on the top, and now you go to this dialog box where you have these options. First you select line color. I want red color. Now go there again, line style. I want line should be this. So you know that everything you have selected, guys. Okay. So what will happen? So Alt HBA. So this is the shortcut. You can see that we have done this kind of thing. it looks nice. So we have done the formatting. So now let me go back to my this Alt HB A HBT we have cleared. Control F3, guys, you know that Control F3 we have already cleared. Control F3 we for name range we have used already in our previous sessions. Control F3 where you have to put the name range. All right. So let me tell you one example which I have already covered in my previous session. Let me go to one of the folders, guys. All right. So this is suppose my folder. Okay. So suppose this is my folder. So if I have to extract all the files, Control C. If I have to extract all the files, how I can extract all the files? So that folder I have to copy there, and after that put path separator and put asterisk sign. So now this is actually I'm covering to help you to understand Control F3 things. All right, we have copied this. Now you have to press Control F3, guys. New. You are making a new range. So now you have to all files. All right, and here you can put files function. We have used files function that is available and can work only in this name box. So you can select this entire folder and then okay. So all files is clear. Now I have to put all my files from that folder in column H. How you can do? Put index. Now you press F3. F3 to open the name range list. So how many are there? It will give entire range. So we have defined just now all files. So now you see I want first file. This is the function which will give you the first row. If I drag it to the next row, it will give 2 and 3 and so on. So now you see these are my files available in that folder, guys. All right. So over here I've used Control F3 to use that name range to create the name range, or I have used or F3 only to open the name range list. All right, it is clear, I hope. Now let me go to my PPT. What else is there to be covered? Now let me go there. Alt NV. Alt NV, guys, we use Alt NV we use to create the pivot table, guys. All right, let me go there. If I have this data, Control A, Alt NV. This is the pivot table. You can see pivot table cache. So you can just country. I want country count. So this is actually the pivot table we have created. Alt NV. You can see Alt NV. This is the one. Alt NV to create pivot table. So called Control Alt V, Alt ES. Now amazing. Alt EL. Delete the worksheet. I want to delete sheet 12. So Alt EL. So go there. Alt EL. Can delete that. Guys, this is the shortcut key. Alt EL. I want to delete this. Alt EL. Delete the worksheets. Again, I'm writing Alt EL to delete the worksheet. Delete the worksheet, guys. I hope it is clear. Amazing. Alt HMU. I have to press Alt HMU. Alt HMU. Guys, what is happening with that? Alt HMU. Alt HMA, Alt HMA merge the cells. Alt HMA, that Alt HMA. I tell you something. What is this, guys? You know, there are things, these two I want to merge. Maybe I have some data over there and there. Assume that I have this data. So Alt HBT. Now you see that over here Alt HBT came in handy. Okay. So now Alt EL and whatever. So understand now I have some data over there. Suppose my data. I want to put that my data up to this. So what you will do now? Alt HMA, Alt HMA, guys. You know that. Now you can just put. So this is how. Now if you put Alt HMU, so it is unmerge that. All right, and it is kind of unmerge and merge. So I hope it is clear. So Alt HW, one of my favorite. If you write something, tuck, 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 something like that. Okay. So this is the one. It is not coming in just this. You have to stretch this or something. So what you can do? Maybe let me type something. So I am your Excel trainer and need you to explore and learn as much as BOWSIBLE possible. So guys, this is something I have written there. So Alt H W. This is wrap the text. Now you can just do that way. Otherwise, what you have to do, you have to just if you have this, you go to there and write that way. This is the shortcut key. Wrap the text, and now Alt H W. Just come back. So this is the shortcut key we have covered. These are all basics. So now if you have kind of Shift F2 is the comment. Again, Shift F2, Shift F2, guys. So you can see the shortcut key Shift F10 and D. So Shift F10 and D. Shift F10 and D. That so you can just delete the things like that. All right. So you can use to your requirement. So Alt HW, Alt HMA, and all the shortcuts we have covered. F3 we have covered. Control F3 covered. Insert rows. One of my favorite again. So you have this value. So insert rows. If you just control plus is not working, guys. You know control shift plus, control shift plus. It is working. Control shift plus. So these are all basics. You can just see these shortcuts are available here, and actually generally we do that way. Just control shift plus, and if you have to do that, press F4 multiple times. All right. So everything is available in Excel. You explore and you can make your life easier, guys. These are the shortcuts which we have covered today. Keep on practicing. I hope you found the session useful. Thank you very much for watching this. Have a good day. Bye bye.